Hello, everyone, and welcome to this short overview guide that I wanted to put together to give you how you can try and get the best out of our Selenium training program. The intent of this short video is to let you know about our video tutorials, the live training that we do, and the live projects. Additionally, how you can access the files that we use or create during this project works, the list of interview questions and how you can access them, the reference documents, and also the technical help and the forum that will help you get through any kind of an issue once you have joined the program and once you start watching the videos and practice on them. At the end of the day, the intent of this specific short video is to help you get started quickly and make the best use of our program. So to do that, I first will start with our homepage, ITeLearn, which will be going through a change in a coming near few days. However, at that time, I will recreate this video so that you get this updated information. Now, on this training program, the first thing you need to do is from online courses, you will be visiting the Selenium training videos page. Once you visit this page, you will see that there are many tutorials present out here and it can typically confuse the users. What every user should note is that there are two types of video tutorials. The first type of video tutorials is something called as topic-based tutorials, and that's out here in the first link. So if you click on the Selenium training videos, which is this 59 videos, a collection of over 42 hours, you will notice that the videos have been stored as a project by project basis only on specific topics team. They have been cut from different projects and they have been put together as topics. Now, you have to make sure that you understand which topic you're selecting, and each topic will talk about certain concepts that have been taken from different video tutorials and put here. For example, if you're interested to know how a JUnit program works, or how to install Eclipse, or how to work with Ant, then chapter 2 has it. How about core Java and the basics of some of the Selenium data-driven framework or WebDriver and so on. All of these topics have been put together for you to access them as and when. Let's say you get into a project and you suddenly need to start looking at how to do database testing using Selenium. Then you pick up that topic. Or you want to use Ant for your continuous integration using for the build and so on. Then you use the chapter 11, and for Maven or SVN you use chapter 14. This gives you each and every topic based on the specific concept that you want to learn. It has been taken from various tutorials that I've done over the past few years, and it'll take you through that. Now, once you're going through such kind of information, you will notice that some of these applications have been done previously, maybe a couple of years old or 3 years old. Irrelevant of the application, the intent is for you to try and focus on the concept and get to it. If you're someone who's starting to learn Selenium from a very scratch level, what I would recommend to you is not go through these chapters which are topic based, but look at any of these fast track programs. The fast track programs are very interesting team. What I do is I take 3 or 4 practical projects, and while doing these projects, which are typically between 4 to 8 sessions each, I will also explain different concepts. So they go through a flow on concepts on how you do it in a real-time project. So you do not have to worry about learning it more in a theoretic fashion. This is going to be a project-based approach. So for example, if I look at, let's say Fast Track 5, in here, you will note that there are many separate projects that have been created. For example, the free videos, which is part of the project 1. Then there's a project 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. There are about 7 projects that have been put in here, team. Each project serves a specific purpose. Now, let's say, for example, I go to Selenium project 3. In here, you will notice that we are talking about a data-driven framework and how you build a data-driven from scratch. Once you have logged in using your credentials and you see a WordPress admin bar on top with your name and so on, you will note that you'll be able to access them. If you're not a premium member, then you don't get to access these videos. And for each of them, you start looking at one video at a time and play it like a movie. You do not try and do things like, pause, rewind, forward, and so on. The first fast track you take, any fast track, just play them as a movie. Just keep a notebook on the side and take notes. Because what happens is you will get the concepts clear. Do not try and practice with your first training batch, with the first training fast track. Just try and watch the videos. Once you watch the videos, you'll get an overview idea. Then you take another fast track from the collection of tutorials we have, and this time you try and play the videos and try and practice parallelly with it. This is how, in a twofold manner, you really become experts at this tutorial. All right. Now, once you've done that and you get into a project and you want to focus on specific topics, then you go back to the Selenium training videos and take it topic based. So you understand, team? Once again, take one fast track, watch it as a movie end to end. Do not try and pause, rewind, or forward or anything. Just keep playing one video after the other. Take the best out of it. Just take notes on a simple notepad on the side and then come back to another fast track. Very simple. Let's say you do fast track 6 for just viewing it for the first time. On the second round, go to fast track 5 and try and do it while practicing on the side parallelly. This will really make you build your confidence, build your hands-on expertise, and it will try and give you that entire layout that is required for you to kickstart your career in Selenium. When you are done with the live training tutorials like this, video tutorials, you have an option to enroll or upgrade to the upcoming live trainings. So if you go under events and you look at the latest events that we have, you will notice that, for example, now we have a 15th September session, an orientation session for the upcoming Selenium training. So you could see those tutorials and join. 90% of the students who come to ITeLearn and try and take training from us are very happy with the videos by themselves because they're self-explanatory and they go in a very structured flow, and that is sufficient. Once you join the live, most probably the intent of the students is to stay with a specific schedule to learn things rather than they having to go about saying that, okay, today I'll spend 5 hours, tomorrow I can't spend any time, and so on. With the live training, the biggest advantage is we go through a schedule of about 3 to 4 weeks and you stick with that schedule. When I do this 15th September batch, that will become another fast track and will get added here. So for the next 1 year, for just the Selenium subscribers, or 3 years for the Selenium, for the Master Software Testing program, you will have access to whatever is coming up, and the video tutorials are always available for you. That's the live training and the video tutorials. Now, coming to the live project, it is a little different. Once you have finished with your live training or your video tutorials, then you have the option to upgrade to a live project. Live projects are highly interactive. Here is where you are placed into one team of about 10 people working globally from different remote locations, and you are given a project, an assignment. We walk you through what you do in that, how you perform on it, and once you get used to the whole idea, you start working on the project.
Welcome to the Selenium.
One second, this is getting autoplay right now from one of these videos. I'm going to pause it. Okay, there you go. Now, so there are multiple projects that we have done on this, and what you should do is you should participate for this in a live manner. This is very interactive. This is more about you presenting it back to us rather than me training you all about how to do. Once you come back, show us how you're doing a project and you present it. It is almost like going to an interview. And the good thing here is, since it's still a training ground, we get to give you feedback on what you've done right, what are the areas that you can improve, not only on the project work, but also on the overall deliverability, your communications, your presentation, your assessment of how you're looking at things, and so on. That gives a complete overall picture of the whole program in a very detailed manner. Once you go to the live project, your confidence builds significantly. Now, if someone has got a job right after the training, and then they can go and try and do it on their own live project, the real-time project that they're working on. Apart from this, team, for every video batch or every fast track, for example, the April 28, 2014 batch, I do typically about 2 to 3 batches every year, and that gives you the idea of how things go. So for every batch, we call this as chapters or projects, and you have the option to download the files that are linked to it and also report any issue. When you watch a video, let us say the audio and video is not in sync, or the video is not accessible, or you get some kind of an error message, any issue that you have, you can report an issue to us and tell us that, hey, I have a challenge here. And now, let's say if it's a technical issue. For technical issues, we have our forum. That's our technical support. That's our zone where all the participants come together and discuss about how they're going through the training, what they're doing, where they're stuck. We have a dedicated technical help desk which supports this almost. So typical response time is 24 hours for any response. But even before a technical team responds, you will notice that the responses come automatically from the other participants. Now, in this case, if you look at the top 2 courses that I've been doing are on QTP and Selenium. For Selenium, we have almost about 716 topics of discussions. There are about 2,000 plus posts, and everything right from a technical aspect, be it when they're working on the project or watching videos and so on, or practicing at home, they put it up here and they get answered. So once you log into the Selenium Automation Forum, only a member has the right to post and ask a question. Any other visitor is able to just view any posts and responses. For example, the recent one, they're talking about read and write in XML using data-driven framework. There are about 4 posts. I'm sure the technical help was the last post that they've helped on. Or any kind of an issue, let's say null pointer exception, or you're not able to install a specific tool, error messages in Eclipse. All of this are there. So it is a complete learning solution that you have that you should use very actively. The more you try and involve into the system, the more you try and immerse yourself, that is how you get the best out of it. We started this early 2014. And since then, since the last 1.5 years, we've got about 6,700 members registering onto it. These are our premium members. So there's a high volume of users watching the videos, learning from our system, and interacting with each other using the forum and so on. Right now, what you should look at is how you get started with first fast track. Then you can look at if you want to upgrade to a live training and so on. And then you also have the technical forum that is supporting on the backend. I've also spoken to you about how you can download the files. I've also shown you how you can get technical support. Now, apart from that, there is one thing that typically most of the students miss out, and that's the Selenium interview questions. This is a very interesting thing that everyone should note. While you're going through this training program, you want to assess for yourself how is it that you're performing. So we have put together a very interactive quiz that lets you look at different options or different questions and see how you are performing on them. So just giving a sample example of interview questions, quiz 7. In this, they're talking about WebDriver overview, and you start the test and a question gets asked and you say any of the above. It says correct. All right. Then you move on to the next question, and I randomly don't even want to look at the question and put something out here, and it may say, oh, I'm even my random answers are being correct right now. So let's see what this does. This is the wrong answer. All right. Luckily now I'm third time unlucky. Typically we try and be third time lucky, but third time unlucky, that's fine. So I wanted to show you how a wrong answer comes. Then the user is given another option to try another answer and another answer. Now what happens is as they keep doing it, they get partial credits for their answer and the score gets updated. So they continue each set of about 10 to 20 questions of each set, and once they do it, they get to know what they've done well, what they've not. And any wrong answer they give, they keep answering it till they get the right answer. That also gives them the ability to see why it is right, how it is right. Apart from this thing, we also have a technical, so this is, since we are middle of the test, it is giving us a warning saying that, hey, do you want to really leave it? In the technical forum, we have put together a session every Saturday morning, uh, US time. So that way you are able to interact directly on a one-to-one webinar in a live environment using our GoToMeeting. And you are having the ability to try and focus on the any questions that you particularly have. My technical help desk team will be available and they will get to you. Any issues that are beyond, you can always try and set up a time with my technical help desk, and they will log into your machine, look at your system remotely and see what the issue is and try and resolve it. So the idea of this whole tutorial team that I've given is to say that we have amazing tutorials. We have put together them into different components and so on. I do agree that it's not the easiest flow as of now. We are working very hard with a new version that will come out soon, in about a month or month and a half. We're looking at early October to get that in place, where you'll have a very easy learning management system. Till then, this video should guide you. I also want to say where are what, how you can play around with each of these things. As you join the premium membership, you'll also get the welcome pack, and the welcome pack will give you the list of the documentation and everything that will tell you where to watch what, where are the documentation, how to download, any kind of a technical references that you need, and so on. All that information comes to you after you join within 24 hours. Typically, team, to get used to this layout will take you about 5 to 10 hours. So if you spend, let's say, an hour a day in trying to log into ITeLearn and watch your tutorials, give yourself about a week to really get into the system. The beauty of our training program is really not in the flow right now, which I agree, which we will be improving going forward. However, the beauty is in the content and the way we've delivered the lectures. And that is what will inspire you. That is what will make you a star and master at Selenium. So I sincerely wish you all the best. We are here to take care of you, and we want to make sure that your learning is paramount in terms of our priority. We just want you to get started and interact with us. Once we get through each and every session, you will see how your knowledge and skill is improving, mainly your confidence and hands-on expertise. Thank you so much for listening to this tutorial, and I wish you all the best. Bye now, everyone.